This was going to be the 10 greatest surfing books of all time, but I started going through my list and decided that there's one greatest surfing book of all time. It's in a class unto itself. Why do I need to pad my list with some Kelly Slater memoirs, which I think 2 exist currently, and there probably will be a few more before he's done. But yes, of course, I'm talking about Barbarian Days, A Surfing Life, William Finnegan's Pulitzer Prize-winning book. He wrote this a few years ago. He's in his 70s now and started surfing as a kid in Hawaii and California. His family moved around quite a bit when he was growing up, and like my family, and I so much related to the whole of the kind of the existential longing that gets created when you have an enormous amount of flux in your childhood, kind of this sense of an existential despair that you look to fill in a million ways, and for Bill it was surfing, and this book is so amazing. It's a Bildungsroman, a coming of age story, a travel log. It takes you around the world, and it's a history of surfing, and it's a history of his romantic relationships and male friendships. And it'll teach you a lot about surfing and waves, and that's it. So I think instead of just adding to the chorus of paeans online and about this book, I'd say that what's so remarkable about it is the specificity with which Bill describes waves, how different they all are, and how he's able to remember them from his teenage years, his 20s, from every decade of his life, and just convey this really urgent curiosity that he has about the water. And I relate to that. I think it's the great equalizer in surfing, in a way that whether you're a beginner surfer, advanced, or amateur, professional, you have to be a student of the ocean. You have to study waves, and I believe to study waves is to become completely enchanted by the ocean. I grew up all over the place, in part in Florida, in part in California, and saw the water a lot, but it's not until I started surfing that my great romance with the ocean began, and it'll continue for the rest of my life. The water is different every day, and really every hour of the day, and I think it's just really a wonderful life lesson. The way attention and study of details, which maybe were obvious or right in front of you many times in the past, but a new attention brought to them can bring so much joy and awe. And yeah, so that's my capsule review of Barbarian Days. None of these are edited or filtered, so please give me a pass. Bill, if you're listening and you need an assistant or a lackey or a lawyer, I'm your biggest fan.